In today's world, we are increasingly dependent on technology. Our business and personal lives rely on it, but as you've probably noticed, it's unreliable. They promise it'll get better, but it usually gets worse. Our computers are slow, so we end up squinting at smartphones and tablets. We live in constant fear that something's going to happen to our personal data, so we're scared into paying for fake protection that proves useless when disaster strikes. Update attacks, fake Wi-Fi, cloud control, and other industry scandals are designed to keep the money flowing. The jokers we pay to fix our stuff have no clue what they're doing, so they do a virus scan and then wipe out our precious photos. Intelligent, successful people feel intimidated by the chaos and think it's somehow their fault. If they only knew what the industry was doing to them, they'd get torches and pitchforks. If only we had someone to explain it all in plain English so we can start protecting ourselves. Oh wait, we do! It's the Computer Exorcist Podcast with your host, Mark Anthony Arena.
From the Wallace Memorial microphone in my home office, overlooking the hills of Western New York, it's the Computer Exorcist Podcast. My name is Mark Anthony Arena, and with me in my home office is a bag of Kit Kats and a tall glass of water. So I have that, and I also have Dr. Mike, so I have everything I need to do a great show.
Fantastic. Good to be back. I am in my office overlooking exit 4 off Interstate 675 in beautiful South Dayton, Ohio. I don't have as good a snacks as Mark does. I have some Clorox wipes and some bee spray.
Don't eat them, please.
I won't eat them.
That'll be the next TikTok challenge. It'll be the Computer Exorcist Show challenge. Someone just tried to eat Clorox. They're gonna blame us. It's gonna go viral.
It's the new dieting fad: Clorox wipes and bee killer.
And you know what blows my mind is it's absolute evidence and proof to me that these senators are pinheads, right? Remember when the Tide Pod challenge and all these middle schoolers were deliberately eating Tide Pods, which are laundry soap, and they knew it was laundry soap, okay? Mm-hmm. And these pinhead senators, these airheads, were getting up there saying, we need to make laws that say you shouldn't eat it because kids don't know what it is, and we should have warning labels on it. The kids freaking knew, okay? These are spoiled brat American kids who knew it was soap. No little sticker warning them is actually, it won't help them. It'll actually encourage them.
Mark, did you see that meme going around Facebook a few months ago about how, back in the 50s in the automobile manuals, they had instructions on how to change the fuses in the car, and now we have to have a warning label that says "Don't eat the Tide Pod."
Yeah, is that what they said?
Yeah, it's amazing how far we've fallen in just a short period of time.
In 50 short years, we went from here's how to change a tire, and most people just knowing how to change a tire anyway, to don't eat something that's soap that you knew was soap that people told you was soap.
Exactly.
So
exactly. We're laughing our way through the fall of humanity.
Can we use that as the slogan for your show?
Absolutely.
Laughing our way through the fall of humanity. Oh, that's amazing. So we obviously came in hot tonight here, folks, but welcome.
It was a long day at work.
Right?
That's right.
Welcome to the Computer Exorcist Podcast, and thanks for joining us here. So what we've been talking about is I'd like to see Dr. Mike do a spin-off show, kind of in the vein of Frasier spinning off of Cheers.
Well, I am a doctor, so that kind of tracks.
Yeah, that's right. You can be at your microphone. Hello, Seattle. Hello, Dayton.
Hello, Dayton. Dr. Mike here.
Tell me about your foot problems.
Stay tuned for when I actually publish this.
Yeah, maybe you should call it the Rochester Plate. Would that be a good? Because I don't think that one's taken, right? The other ones are.
It's a working title, and I don't really want a cease and desist letter from certain establishments back in Rochester, because Lord knows they give me dirty looks when I don't order everything on the garbage plate. So I only want sauce. What do you mean you only want sauce? Take the onions and mustard, you fool.
For those of you who aren't currently wallowing in Rochester, Rochester's favorite food is called the garbage plate or the trash plate or the whatever plate, and I'll let you describe it.
It's a glorious concoction of it's a meat of your choice, whether it be hot dog, hamburger. Some people do Italian sausage, which is actually pretty good. The traditional is mac salad and home fries, and it's covered with this loose meat-based hot sauce, mustard, and onions. And it's a thing of glory. For those of you who are not from Rochester, I don't think it tracks very well outside of Western New York. So something must be keeping it there. But if you do make the trip to Rochester, go to basically any mom and pop bar and grill and get yourself a garbage plate or a trash plate, or do what I'm going to do later tonight and try to make your own hot sauce, because I am desperately seeking a garbage plate. And I found recipes to make your own hot sauce in the vein of some of these establishments. So I'm going to try it. I will keep you posted as to how things go, but I'm hoping that the house doesn't burn down or smell. It's going to smell amazing. Don't get me wrong. Cause I mean, you can't screw up the smell of hot sauce, but if it put too much cinnamon or clove or nutmeg or whatever they have in there, it could taste a little funky. But no, it is a thing of glory. It is one of the few bright spots of Rochester that's left, and I don't see it going anywhere like Kodak or Xerox is gone by the wayside. So,
and I'd beg to differ about it not succeeding outside of Western New York. I think it would go really well in Ohio and Pennsylvania, the bordering states.
It totally would. I think they tried it in New York City and it kind of fell flat on its face.
Well, because
don't quote me on that.
You'd have to be like 1,000 times more rude than the ex-cons who serve you the garbage plates up here. And you'd have to knock over the food cart and say, "Get out of my way, I'm more important than you," every time you handed someone a plate.
It's a mad dash to the food truck.
But no, honestly, I think it's because no one in Rochester has ever left Rochester successfully to bring the garbage plate elsewhere.
That's true. They're either too old, too sick, or too dead to get out of there.
That's right. Everyone else is already gone.
Everybody else, including me. So, including me, I've gone to the relative Shangri-La of Southwest Ohio.
It's not a Shangri-La on its own, but relatively speaking, it is absolutely a Shangri-La. Come on, you have a TJ Big Boys down the street.
Oh, heck yeah, I do. I still have DeBella subs about 5 minutes away from the office. So I still have that working for me.
Do you go there when you feel homesick, like on 4th of July?
Oh, I go there when I feel like it. It's a nice luxury to have, because it used to be right next to school. It used to be right behind my house growing up. And then I see, DeBella's like, it's in front of the Sam's Club where everybody and their brother goes to get their gas and save 30 cents. And it's a slice of nostalgia, and they've expanded quite well outside of Rochester into Pennsylvania, Michigan, Indiana, Ohio. So they've done really good for themselves. I do have Tim Hortons every now and again as well. So if I want my Timbits, I get my Timbits.
Wow.
But yeah, the food, actually, I was gonna save it for my show, and I was gonna pose the question to Mark. First off, I have to give a shout out, Josh, who's a student at Indiana University. Shout out to him. I was working something out there this past weekend, and we hit it off. He's from Brighton, actually. So,
cool. He escaped too. Good for him.
He's temporarily he's escaped. He hasn't found a job yet, but I found the 3 steps to conversation with any person from Rochester of any age, because we have about a 20-year age difference. But I'll talk about that later. But I want to pose the question, Mark. Is there a better lineup of condiments coming from one city? If you want to throw Buffalo and Syracuse in there too, feel free. Is there any better lineup of condiments that coming out of Rochester / Western New York?
Better line. I mean, Philly loves the cheese and the onions.
But no, I'm talking about sauces. Just out of Rochester, we have Country Sweet, Bill Gray's hot sauce, and the
Boss
lovely
sauce?
meat concoction. Boss sauce, exactly. The lovely meat concoction that they put on top of the garbage plates. If you want to throw dinosaur barbecue sauce in there and Frank's Red Hot, if you want to throw those
Country
two in there,
Sweet, right?
Country Sweet, exactly.
That's a really good point. I can't think of any other place that has condiments like this.
I mean, look at that lineup alone. That is a murderer's row of condiments.
Yeah, and you know what? We'll save this for your show. I love that.
That's my opener.
Preview.
That's my opener for my show.
That's incredible. So folks,
please,
if you like Dr. Mike, and maybe all of my fans will leave me for your show.
Not happening, dude. I don't have the audacity to mess with scammers and funky people trying to steal money. So you are boots on the ground in there. So.
Well, stay tuned for his show, and he and I will hopefully record an episode very soon.
Let's hope so.
I just love the fact that I love the image of it being a spinoff, because it feels like you're a character on my sitcom. In other words, I'm fantasizing that I have a fun show instead of a serious show.
You've started an empire, Mark.
So speaking of messing with people, here's the great home office cordless phone in my hand. Do you think we should utilize it to call some scammers on the show?
I think so, but I think you should use the name Paco.
Okay, we could do that. Okay, here. So I got 3 emails in a row the other day from those warning, this is Geek Squad, and you have a subscription. And it's very obvious, folks. Remember, keep this in mind. Tell all the seniors you know, please. If you get an email that says, hey, congratulations, you got a subscription, and then in huge letters at the bottom, hey, you don't really want this subscription, do you? Why don't you cancel it? Call this number. Yeah, you should cancel it, right? They're getting you scared, right. And then they're funneling you. They're urging you to call their phone number, at which point they scare you. They say scary words. Then they ask to take over your computer. And remember, folks, no one can ever, 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 ever break into your computer ever unless they convince you that they're helping you, and then you let them break in. So we're gonna call a couple of these numbers from these scammers that say, congratulations, you have a Geek Squad subscription, and you should call our number if you want a refund. Let's see if they're awake. It's gonna be good. They could have gotten shut down too. But they do shut down. They get new phone numbers every day. So anyone with one of those phone blockers, that's a joke, because it just blocks a phone number. But the bad guys get a new one every day. It's a joke.
Yes.
The other day I tried calling, and the bad guy called me back a few minutes later.
Oh, now you have his phone number on caller ID.
Yeah. Let's try another one. I mean, they should know when their victims are awake. I'm going to try another classic one. It's called QB Pro Help Desk. It's a scammer that impersonates QuickBooks.
Oh.
And then they charge you tens of thousands of dollars for a fake virus scan.
Press 2 for technical support.
Oh, holy goodness, we have somebody.
This call is being
Yeah, it's QB Pro Help Desk.
Okay.
And we're going to do, hey, by the way, we're going to do live live workshops pretty soon.
Ooh, fantastic.
Thank you for ringing. You're speaking with Mustafa. How could I help you?
Hey, Mustafa, I saw your phone number on the internet. I got a problem with my computer.
Okay. Okay. What is the problem, sir?
Are you guys Microsoft or QuickBooks?
Intuit, QuickBooks, and we haven't worked with TurboTaxes when it comes to QuickBooks programs. So we support QuickBooks Online, QuickBooks Cloud, TurboTax Pro Series, point of sales. There's like a lot.
Oh, TurboTaxes?
program do
Is
you
that the
have?
new version of TurboTax?
Okay. I could give you a transfer to the TurboTax line. Somebody who's going to look at your reason behind the call and confirm if we could actually give you the details verbally, like share a response, or if we have to remote access, like a machine that you're working with, we're going to do that as well. So please hold the line.
Okay.
Thank you.
What are we gonna tell him, Mike? What do you want to do?
I don't know.
Welcome to Intuit. For TurboTax, press 1. For QuickBooks, press 2.
That's interesting. He actually transferred me
Sounds
to the
plausible.
real company.
For
That's
post-payroll
really.
tax,
We're
I
gonna.
was gonna say that sounds way too plausible to be a scammer.
Yeah, these scumbags will never say welcome to Intuit. Yeah, how do you like
He gave up. He gave up. He saw the caller ID and started shaking in his boots.
Yeah, he actually sent me to the real people. All right, let's try this again.
Thank you for calling technical support. Please hold for the next available agent.
I think they have the same hold music I do at the office.
Thank you for ringing support. You're speaking with Johnny.
Oh, hi, John.
Can I help?
Yeah, hi, John. I saw you on the computer. I typed in tech support on the computer. So, are you QuickBooks?
Okay. Yes, sir. Let me put you on with the QuickBooks head office. Kindly hold the line.
Oh, head office.
Welcome to Intuit. For
That's really interesting. So
Maybe
this
the real
dude-
scam is Maybe the real scam is QuickBooks, Mark.
Well, they're a filthy company, but yeah,
Yes.
it's really interesting how this guy keeps forwarding me to the real Intuit, or maybe they're just forwarding me to a fake Intuit. Actually, let's take their bait and let's see where they send us. Huh? This is suspenseful.
My goodness, I'm at the edge of my seat here.
I think what the dude does, yeah, because their garbage welcoming system is just a standard, like you were saying, it's like a standard phone system. But I think they might have recorded or stolen the "Welcome to Intuit."
Maybe.
We got
Thanks
suspense.
for calling support. Please press 1 for customer service. Press 2 for...
This is extremely suspenseful.
Thank you for calling technical support. Please
Because I
hold
know
for
this is
next
the
available
scammer's
agent.
system. I know this one well.
Thank you for ringing support. You're speaking with Rocky. How can I help?
Oh, hi, Rocky. I was just disconnected from you guys. I was trying to get some support. Your QuickBooks, is that right?
Yes, sir. We are going to be taking care of the problem for you. Please tell me, how could I assist?
I have a problem with my computer. My QuickBooks won't turn on.
Okay, and could I have the license number that you're working with?
I can't. My QuickBooks won't turn on,
Or
so
a
I can't
company
get.
ID?
I can't get into it because it doesn't turn on. I clicked on it. Should I try clicking on it again?
Okay. Sure. Of course. What kind of QuickBooks do you think this is? A cell phone?
It's a computer, and it doesn't go on when I click the button.
Okay. And what color is the button
It's on my computer. It's green.
Okay. Are you able to recognize the color?
Yeah, it's green. Is that the right color?
Yes, sir. And do you have a QB in all caps or lowercase in the button?
In the button. Is it something you guys put on my computer?
Okay, no problem. Could I try and connect with you on the remote access so we could get this going?
Are you QuickBooks though?
Yes, sir. I am going to be connecting with you and take care of the issue for you.
Okay. And you're not going to break my computer, right? Because this is my work computer. And it's got all my social security numbers. It's got all my bank accounts in there. It's got all my bank accounts. So,
but could you confirm if you are the master administrator on the account?
A monster administrator?
Master administrator, as in if you have the possession to the company file which holds your information, such as your bank details, your company file, QPW links, and anything that's got to do with bank ledgers, invoices, estimates, payroll information, and so on.
Yeah, you want all that? I'm the CFO. I can give you all that. But you are QuickBooks, right? It says QB Pro Help Desk. Is that QuickBooks?
Absolutely. So at the moment, we are going to be connecting on the safe and secure server.
Oh, it's safe and secure?
Kindly pick up www.youtube.com.
So, youtube.com is a safe and secure server?
Oh, do apologize, sir. I misspelled it, pronounced it incorrectly, chose the wrong word.
Oh.
Could you give me the name of your business as well so I could give you the link to the safe and secure server?
Well, yeah, tell me the link. I can type. You can just tell it to me.
I would need to verify your company name, sir.
Garbage Plate Industries?
Could you spell the company name for me?
Sure.
Thank you.
E as in Geronimo, L as in arbitrary, R as in redundant, B as in breadstick, L as in arbitrary,
Okay.
G as in June, and E as in elephant.
Okay. I understand, sir. Also, if you are a single or a multi-user on the account.
Single. And you're gonna need all my bank
would you
account
have the
numbers,
company
is that
ID
right?
on you?
What's that?
It's going to be a 6-digit number we assigned to your company when you registered with Intuit QuickBooks.
Okay. Well, my QuickBooks doesn't turn on right now. When I click it, it doesn't.
Yes, sir. How long have you been using the license for?
Oh, a few years now. Can you get into my computer and look at it?
Sir, could you... Absolutely, sir. I'll get into your computer and look at it. And just one last follow-up question. If you run the payroll services as well, and if you do, how many employees?
We don't do payroll through you.
You do not. Okay, I understand. Allow me a moment here. For the remote access, you've done the verification process, so I'll take you to the level 2.
Ooh.
I'll put you on with a technician.
Wow.
Kindly hold the line.
Okay, thanks. I'm verified. Okay.
Thank you. In order to go ahead you are also going to confirm if you actually paying like on a monthly or a yearly basis.
Yeah. And how much do you charge to scan my computer to fix it?
So the scan is free of cost. I'm going to go look at the company file if you have one. But if you are looking into getting the tech support, like a premier tech support, there's a price tag to it.
Oh, how much is that?
I would be able to answer that after I look into your company details. Is why I need a license number or either a company ID.
Let me ask you, though, I have to report to my CEO. Can you give me a ballpark, an approximate?
Okay, I'm going to have to put you on with one of my sales rep then if you are looking into negotiations, because I do not have the cost. If I don't have the remote access, I don't got nothing. So allow me a moment here, okay?
And your website says you're in Manassas, Virginia. Is that correct?
Just give me a moment. I'm looking up the...
Welcome to Intuit. For TurboTax, press 1. For QuickBooks, press 2. For payroll, press 3. For proceeds
Now we're going to see if this is real Intuit or what.
QuickBooks.
Did he really try to send you to YouTube as a safe and secure link?
He literally tried to send me to YouTube. A lot of times what I'll do if they do give me a link to remember, they're using real legalized support tools. So if he gives me a real link, then I report that link to the real legalized company.
That's one of the 4 deadly threats that's noted in your book, How to Protect Yourself from Your Computer.
Hi there. I'm a digital assistant for QuickBooks and here to help.
If it's a digital assistant, it's the real QuickBooks because they have the billions of dollars to spend to try to infuriate their customers. Whereas the scammers, hey, labor's cheap for a scammer. They got a real person. Wow.
Exactly.
All right, we hung up on them. He sent me to the real QuickBooks. That's so interesting.
Yeah, well, the scammers could use a parrot, I guess, if they really wanted to.
That's it.
I just can't get I can't get over the fact that they tried to send you to YouTube as a safe and secure link.
Normally they'll send you to like a nice legal tool, right? Log Me In, Glance, AnyDesk, TeamViewer, all the popular names. And I think this dude was just so fried he didn't know where he was sending me.
And did he spell YouTube with 2 E's?
I don't know what he did, but if you notice, I volleyed that garbage plate name back at him and spelled it all wrong.
Oh,
and he said, "You are securely verified."
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Well, it's too bad those 3 fake Geek Squad guys already went out of business, but at least we got to talk to...
We definitely more than made up for it.
All right, next time... Listen to Dr. Mike. He'll come back. We'll do some articles. But yeah, stay tuned for his show. I'll have to announce it somehow, and we'll make sure we get you some listeners. It's going to be pure fun. No computers. Just getting away from work and having a lot of fun, making fun of our hometown.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Maybe finding some good in there as well, but yes, it's mostly going to be.
Try really hard.
We're gonna have to. I'm gonna have to scour to find that. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Okay. Well, that was fun. Thanks for making this such a brightening my day here. That was
Mark.
Just
it is
fun.
always a pleasure to come on your show. I know you've had some pretty good guests as of late. I hope I passed T-Bone's final exam from when he was on a few weeks ago. I studied up for it.
He's the best. Yeah. I've had such great guests, and But you'll always be the occasional co-host and in the co-pilot seat here.
That's an honor and a privilege in and of itself. All right.
TheComputerExorcist.com. If you're still here,
Do we need to spell it correctly?
T as in pterodactyl, H as in harbinger, E as in Euphrates. It's not you. Website.
It's not on YouTube, okay, or YouTube or whatever he decided to say.
I don't know where he was sending us. But by the way, final announcement, I actually do have a YouTube page now. I started it this week. You can look up The Computer Exorcist, Technosophy LLC. And for the moment, there's only one video on there. I was a special guest on Kara Jean's show called Walk and Talk. She was a guest on my show recently, of course. And so she let me talk. She just made the mistake of handing me the microphone and saying, okay, Mark, tell us about you. And I went on for like 45 minutes or more talking about all my usual topics. So you can enjoy that. It's my first video posted on my YouTube page.
Oh, goodness. Oh, I did listen to that podcast the other day, and it was she's wonderful. Is she out of Seattle?
Yes, and she is wonderful. That is the word for it.
She was fantastic. A little more serious tone than what you and I've put on, but it was probably more effective than what we did.
But I love making her laugh because we just yeah, absolutely, and she's helping me get out of this quicksand that I'm in, right? Someone in Rochester, I go to their house, I scrub their machine, they're thrilled, they never have a problem again, they tell all their friends, and then the cycle repeats. And I've gotten so ridiculously popular in Rochester that I call it the quicksand, right? Every time I try to get out, more people find out about me. So she's helping me out of the quicksand, trying to help me become a brand and educate everyone possible. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Okay. TheComputerExorcist.com. Thanks so much for listening.